Hey there, everyone. This is Laurie Delk, and today I'm going to talk to you about relational wealth, the secret to long-term profit and consistent growth. So, for 35 years, I've built multiple businesses, not by chasing sales, but by valuing people. And so, I'm going to talk to you about a little story. Way back in 1993, I started a web and graphics design company, branding and marketing firm. And one of the things there, one of my first clients, it was when the internet was first coming out, right? And one of my first clients was interviewing me with several other people. And after the interview, I simply sent him a thank you card. Thank you for the opportunity to gain your business. Thank you for the opportunity to speaking with me. And I ended up getting that business. And that was back when most of the people didn't know about the internet really. It was just coming out. Nobody thought about having a business card on the web or a website. And so I'm here to tell you that simply that your next client, your next breakthrough, your next level is most likely one introduction or just one relationship away. But why do most entrepreneurs fail at relationship marketing? It's easy, but so many people fail at it because they focus on who's buying now, not who's actually connected to their buyers. They don't understand the relational equity that grows over time. And they ignore those outside their niche instead of actually building a referral army. And so, one quote that I've loved is every person that you meet is either a future client, a connector, or a brand builder, but only if you treat them like they matter, not if you treat them like, well, if you're not buying from me, I'm not talking to you. And have you ever met someone like that? I know I have. Have you ever gone to a networking event and you meet people and they immediately prejudge you that you wouldn't be one of their customers, so therefore they're not going to give you the time of day? Your first action is to stop ignoring the not now crowd, but instead to actually nurture them. That is probably one of my biggest tips to success. And so, relationship marketing and why it pays off long term. Now, it is long term. I can tell you that. But I also can tell you that there's people that I've met that could tell you that they know me and they met me 20, 30 years ago, but yet they still feel like they're my friend. They still feel like they have a relationship with me. Why? Because I keep in touch with them. Because I didn't look at them as a dollar sign. I looked at them as a real person and built a relationship with them. Relationship marketing is intentionally building meaningful and authentic connections that create loyalty, that create repeat business, and create referrals, even if a sale doesn't happen. You need to focus on the lifetime value, not just one-time transactions, because those people are always on to something new the next moment. They're doing something else, right? They're in the next job, they're in the next company, they're in the next thing. People buy from people that they know, like, trust, and remember. If they don't remember you when it's time to make that purchase, it doesn't matter how much they knew, like, and trusted you, right? Because they don't remember you. And let's be real, there's not yellow pages anymore. And if they look you up on Google, how many other people are listed there? that do exactly what you do. Are you going to be in the top 10? Are you going to be in the first page or the second page? Because otherwise, they're not going to find you, right? Referrals come from relationships, not from just simple random reach outs. So what I want you to do today is to write a list of your top 25 contacts and ask yourself, who have I served lately without a pitch? And if you have a bigger network, make a list of your top 100. I have a list of my top 100, and I keep in touch with them often. The thing is, there's power in consistency, and that's your secret weapon. So for me, I've sent out 20 to 50 cards a day for 21 years. I was actually doing it longer than that. But I've done it for 21 years through the send out cards tool that I use, which is the best marketing tool ever to keep in touch. But that consistency built an empire of trust, referrals, and helping me to have that top of mind presence with people. Most people quit too early because the results aren't instant. But you want to drip on your network like a leaky faucet of value. But over time, you end up flooding the market. So get a system and set a system and set something up. Send 5 messages a day, whether it's text messages, emails, or cards, but every day. And preferably do a mixture of all the 3. Like I do a mixture of all of those. But gratitude is your marketing plan. And then you want to have some leverage. Like, how can you turn one contact into 100? Would you like to know how to do that? Because every satisfied client knows at least 10 people. And every networking partner that you have could open doors if you build the trust. And so I have a contact that I kept in touch with, and it ended up getting me into a space where I was working with one of the people that used to put Zig Ziglar on stage. And most of you know who that is. And I worked with him and I worked with the company that put him on stage for many years. And that led me to a bunch of other connections and helped me to get speaking on stages in a bunch of different places. So think, who do you know that I should know? Not, do you want to buy from me today? Because realistically, when you go to a networking event, if you're going in to buy, don't you think that almost everybody else is there to sell what they're selling also? And so if everybody is there to sell what they're selling and nobody's there to buy, then what happens in that meeting? You need to build the relationships. So I'm going to tell you some tools that is going to make your relationship marketing easy. You don't need to do it all manually. And so my first tool, like I said, is send out cards. Stay top of mind with real mail. I've been using that system for over 21 years. You can have a CRM or a spreadsheet to track your connections. Send out cards does that for you. It has a built-in CRM that is amazing. Use voice messages or text messages and just send a note. Thinking of you today. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Things like that. And then do content marketing on social media to educate and to stay visible. Pick one of those tools this week and start automating your follow-ups. Relationship marketing isn't a quick win, but the ROI of relationship marketing is huge. I could not even put a price tag on it. The long-standing profitability does not come from trends, it comes from trust. So the newest and biggest and best thing out there today doesn't matter because it'll be gone tomorrow. I've thrived for decades because I never burn bridges. I build them. And your network is truly your net worth if you water it consistently. So remember, nurture everyone. Prioritize people over profit. Be consistent. Use leverage and systemize. You don't need more ads. You don't need more advocates. And you don't have to worry about, oh, I need to figure out how this video goes viral. You need to be valuable. Your relationships are your greatest business asset. And if you treat them that way, you're never going to lack for opportunity. So go home today and reconnect with 3 people who helped you to get where you are. Thank them. And then tell 3 others how you can help them. Your entire business could change from that one simple habit. And if you do this homework and you go out and do it and you start seeing some results, make sure to message me, come back here, comment, share this message with somebody that it can help them, and let me know how it helped you. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.